Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Crimson Wrestling Federation. I am commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation. On your left is the Crimson Reaper. On your right is the Crimson Blaze. All right, y'all. It's the All In Texas review. Crim Reaper, Crimson Blaze slash Junie Stoner here. Big Junie Stoner. Commentator Havoc. You know, he had his review up on the channel. He loved the length of the show. By the way, like he said he wishes it would have been 15 days. So
It felt like it was 15 days.
but he said it was and I know a lot of AEW fans love the length, you know, the 30-minute matches. Every match being 30 minutes, but all jokes aside, I actually thought it was a solid show. I don't think it was this amazing show like a lot of fans say, or like they hype it up to be like, oh, this is gonna save wrestling. This show is 10 out of 10, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good show, but it definitely is insane to have wrestling for 6 to 8 hours, because I think it started at 1. So an 8-hour show is ridiculous. Like, and I get it to some extent. I understand to some degree, like, you know, if fans paid 50, maybe that's his way of giving fans their money's worth. I understand that. So you kind of make sure your fans are satisfied if you make it a long show. So I understand that, but I think even paying $50, like a lot of people, they wouldn't want that long of a show or every match to be that long.
Yeah, no, that's 6 hours just for the main show. There's going to be points where you tune out. There's matches where you just don't care, and then you have to get back into the show. Now, good for AEW, because overall, I did enjoy it for the most part. There were things I really didn't like about it, which we'll get into, but it was good enough to kind of compensate for the lows of the show. And I think for AEW fans, maybe that's the point. Like, they just want a lot of wrestling. I don't know who this appeals to. I don't know. Like,
That's who it appeals to. Like
the whole set, like, it's your entire Saturday.
yeah, that's who it appeals to. Tony Khan himself said he appeals to the sickos. He books for the
He
sickos.
wasn't lying.
That's who he books for.
Your entire Saturday to wrestling.
Yeah, man. Like that's who it's for. People who can spend, and like I decently enjoyed it. I honestly, to some extent, and I hate to admit this, to some extent, we are kind of hardcore fans to a degree.
I can't. I don't think that's true, because I didn't watch the majority of this.
I know, but for us to even know what AEW is, to even watch it,
I am interested to see the buy rates, or I guess most people would probably have stolen it.
Yeah.
AEW, but I am interested to see how many people bought this and how the interest level, especially opposed to the Great American Bash and Saturday Night's Main Event ratings.
Yeah.
In the wrestling world, it seemed like a lot of people were excited for this show. Like, there was just there's this great pay-per-view on the horizon, and I didn't know anything about the build-up to this other than the main event stuff, but it was exciting going in. But 6 hours, I mean, the whole like if I were to go to like Disneyland, I don't think I'd stay for 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I wouldn't game for 6 hours. I wouldn't watch basketball for 6 hours.
As a person, except literally work. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of felt like, that, like knowing that we're gonna do this review and that we have to watch. It kind of did feel like a 6 hour pay per view.
And I was telling you, once it got to 7:10, I think it was it was after. I think it was after Mercedes and Tony, and I didn't even know Okada versus Omega was happening. I didn't even know that was happening. That shouldn't. I preferred that. Not that I dislike Omega, but I preferred that wasn't even a match, because I was really just looking forward to Tony and then the main event, the actual main event. But as soon as they announced that, I was like, okay, this is gonna end at like 8:10. It ended at 8:02, and then we watched and skipped to Saturday Night Main Event for a while, because I knew the Page and Moxley match was gonna go an hour, so I knew we weren't gonna miss all of it, or a lot of the match. So like we watched a whole not that this is a Saturday Night Main Event review, but we watched Orton versus McIntyre, and that whole match finished in 15 minutes or so. So, and probably that was only like a quarter of the Moxley and Adam Page match. So I knew we would be allowed to go to it. Yeah.
That match could have lasted a minute. The same. We would be talking about the same.
Yeah.
But we'll get to Saturday night.
Yeah. So I guess going match by match, do you just want to pick out the marquee matches?
Do you know the matches? Because
from what I remember, so the gauntlet, the men's gauntlet.
Men's gauntlet. All right, yeah, that's a good start. So I guess I came in late, so I didn't know the rules of the match. It was unclear how you won it, which kind of added to the intrigue. It's like, oh, this is interesting. Like, how do you win them? How often do you talk about how are you supposed to win a match in wrestling?
Yeah.
I do like that. And speaking of which, I like the fact that AEW throws all of this crap at the wall because you know that at least somebody cares. Like somebody cared enough to write out this 35-minute, 40-minute match. And it makes sense. It's like good action for the most part. Whereas in and I don't want this to be like an AEW versus W, but it kind of has to be. Like it's what made All In, I think, what it was, because WWE trying to counter program it just makes you want to look at All In.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been watching WWE the last year or so. So I appreciate that they make effort in the booking and the producing of the matches. I didn't really care for the men's gauntlet match. There's just so many jobbers.
Yeah, that's what it is. And maybe these guys are relevant. We just don't watch AEW enough. But
didn't seem like it.
But in the bigger phase, obviously, none of them are stars because they're not mainstream. Right. So they still are kind of jobbers. But I thought it was good, even though I didn't know a lot of the wrestlers there. I thought it was good for what it was. I thought the action was great. The wrestling was really good. Just no star power, which is a problem with really all of AEW. I would say your biggest stars are probably just like Moxley, MJF, I guess Adam Page, Swerve, which I actually like these wrestlers, but
I agree. I do like them.
So, but they're not like these big mega stars, which is AEW's biggest problem. They don't have any mainstream stars.
Which I'll say that I do think MJF, as far as like the entire wrestling industry, has the potential to be the next breakthrough kind of mainstream star.
Yeah, I can see that. I could see him maybe he kind of is at this level. I don't think he can be a mainstream star. I can see him maybe like a Randy Orton tier star, Triple H type star, but I wouldn't see like a mega star from MJF.
Well, not with Tony Khan, but
yeah,
you would need somebody that's not booking for wrestling sickos. Yeah, which isn't the case. So, but as far as everybody in AEW, I do think that they have potential stars in really just MJF.
Yeah, I like Swerve. I think Swerve can kind of maybe that's me personally, but I'm kind of a big fan of Swerve.
I like Swerve too. I don't see him as being like this mega star though. I think
yeah.
I mean, I feel like every black wrestler is compared to Booker T.
Yeah.
I don't even see him really being on Booker T's kind of level.
Yeah, I agree with that. But he could be and that's kind of what he is now. He can kind of be like that one of those secondary stars. Yeah. And then obviously MJF won the gauntlet, which we kind of expected. He's kind of the only person that could win.
Yes, you could have had Ricochet win.
But they're building this whole faction, basically the whole Hurt syndicate around him winning the world title. So I thought he pretty much had to win. Yeah, he pretty much did have I would say that Ricochet is somebody that should be in the title contention this year if they're going to be doing this. This is a new phase of AEW. I feel like Ricochet has earned that to be in that upper echelon. Like I would like to see him in the title. Yeah. Speaking of Ricochet, I always thought, and he still kind of is, I always thought he wasn't good on the mic, and that's the biggest criticism. Like he doesn't have charisma, not good on the mic. But I think in AEW, he's done a good job of kind of leaning into his dorky side. Like, yeah, I like that he leans into it and he's kind of being more of himself instead of trying to be like this serious wrestler.
Spot monkey, essentially. Yeah. That's what I like about AEW. It's the little fine details. Like they can take a wrestler like Ricochet and see that, okay, this guy sucks on the mic. How do we play into that? Let's not run away from it. Let's not try to hide it. Like let's play into it. And so it turns it on its head. You can't really critique him about being bad on the mic if they're acknowledging that, and he's actually cutting decent promos.
Yeah, it's like he's playing into, oh, I'm a dork, like I'm not like a serious wrestler really, and I think it ironically makes him good or good on the mic, decent on the mic, because he's not trying to be serious or be very charismatic. It's just leaning into who he really is.
Who I am. So
Yeah,
embrace, which is something we could all take to heart. Just embrace who you are and run with it. But yeah, MJF won the match. I don't even. I guess Mark Briscoe hit somebody with a move.
Yeah, I love Mark Briscoe. I'm not gonna lie, Mark Briscoe is kind of fire. About the rules again. So I'm assuming, and obviously we can just look this up, but during the match, I'm assuming, and that's kind of how it ended. I was assuming that you win, just one pinfall wins the match. But my criticism of that is it's kind of stupid because you could not even enter the match. You could never even get a chance to enter the match and still lose.
Well, I guess that's part of the appeal of the match is that it could end at any moment.
Which obviously it's not. Obviously they're going to make sure everybody comes out.
I guess one year they would probably.
But it's kind of stupid to me that in kayfabe, it can start off with the first two people and then the match is just over. Yeah. And then everybody lined up backstage. They just gotta, go get coffee or something. Right. Go
early. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that stipulation because it's kind of goofy. Like you end up in situations where you have 20 people just sitting outside the ring, just not doing anything, and there's two people.
I would prefer it if it was elimination. That makes more sense to me.
Awesome. Like if you had to be pinned or submitted to be eliminated, and then the match goes to this one person, like that'd be amazing. That's better Royal Rumble.
Exactly. That's what I would do. I don't think it should just be one pinfall. It should be like eliminate. One pinfall is kind of crazy.
But the problem is then, because this company loves spamming finishers, you would get in a situation where people would have to be submitted or pinned off of bullshit, and they don't do that. You have to get hit with 5 finishers.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. But they should, if they weren't booking that way, ideally, it should be elimination.
Well, actually, since most of the match is jobbers, they should just be able to be pinned.
Yeah, even that one guy came into the match. He was like, "Oh, I know there's no star power in this match," while himself not being a star.
Yeah, I enjoyed the concept of the match. There were points of it where it's like it's kind of goofy, like there's a bunch of people sitting else. It's kind of like WWE. They have this where people are just waiting for the next spot, basically.
Yeah,
like 20 people are doing that in this instance. So I didn't care for that. But I am glad MJF won the match.
Yeah, that's definitely my one critique to Tony Khan. For this match, I would make it elimination, and it would be a better Royal Rumble. Like you could make a whole pay-per-view out of this.
Yeah,
you could rival the Royal Rumble just with this concept.
Just to get in the match, you could have tournaments and qualifiers.
Yeah,
to get into the match, and then the whole.
You could even make it falls count anywhere. Like
you make it anarchy.
Yeah, you can make it falls count anywhere, elimination, and it's still like the Royal Rumble, just entrant after entrant, and it would be amazing.
Yeah,
like if I was saying maybe you don't want to directly compete with WWE, I understand that, but you could directly put this during the Royal Rumble. That's what I would do, and you have an alternative.
I don't.
Well, maybe a day after.
I don't know, like the day before.
The day after, yeah, the day after.
Because WWE is garbage. Even I would still watch the Royal Rumble most years. So, yeah. So, what was the next match?
And then after that was, man, there was so many. There was a lot.
I don't think we even saw. There were 11 matches on this card. I only remember like 5.
I think the next one was Goldust, which I tuned that out because I wasn't interested in that.
I'm not watching fucking Goldust in 2020. But listen, man, all of these wrestlers that are over the age of 40 retire.
Yeah,
please get off of TV.
That man couldn't move, man. That I saw him running, bro. He was struggling just to move.
Dick kick thing.
Yeah, he was struggling, bro.
Run across the ring, man. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch this.
And even aside from that's not even why I really tuned out. I just wasn't interested in seeing who was it, Kyle O'Reilly. I didn't care to see that.
Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher. I did not care.
I don't know. And Garcia.
Yeah, those two I don't care to.
Midgets.
Those two, Adam Cole, I do not care to see them.
Anybody that could be in DIY, I don't care.
It's like Adam Cole. I don't mean to be one of those people like, oh, the midgets, the midgets. But Adam Cole, any of those people, I just automatically tune out.
It's the midgets. Like nobody. Yo, AEW. It's like the men's gauntlet. There were 20 midgets in the match. Then you have this tag team match where there's more midgets and Dustin Rhodes, who's pushing 60 and can't walk. Like
it's the same wrestler to me. Adam Cole, Kyle. You just said his name. I don't remember.
Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher. It's the same wrestler to me. Yeah, they're all short. They all do kicks. Like, why would I want to watch this?
It's the same guy.
It's copy and paste. Like, why? What reason is there to get invested in Kyle Fletcher over Adam Cole
or Bandito? It's like even they still have the same luchador problem.
Yeah,
they have a bunch of luchadors. At one point in the men's gauntlet, there were 4 luchadors. I don't know any of them. One was wearing white. He looked like Sin Cara. I'm pretty sure the other guy's name was Bandito. There was a guy in a bear mask. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't. What are we supposed to do? We live in the United States of America. What, like?
Now, I sort of can't give them a pass because they were in Texas. So I guess luchadors, you are in Texas, but it's still a problem outside of that.
They run shows all over the country. So when they're in New York or when they're in North Carolina, they're still doing the same. Like, stop. We need a moratorium on luchadors. Both companies, stop.
And I'm not even saying, I won't even necessarily say get rid of luchadors, but I'm
saying get rid.
Well, I won't say that, but I'll say just make them have more defined characters. Like, make them characters. Like, don't just have masked guy number 1, guy in mask number 2, guy in mask number 3. There's no way to differentiate that or get invested.
It's literally impossible to get invested in it. I don't want to see any. Like, we had the luchador. His name was Rey Mysterio. We all loved him. You're just trying to recreate. Stop. It's like we had Hulk Hogan. And they do this sometimes where they'll have this like patriotic American character. It's like we already had Hulk Hogan. We've already had John Cena. Like, stop doing it. Take their mask off. I'm not even saying they need to change the wrestling style. Just take the mask off.
Or if they do have the mask, I'm just asking just something to where we can differentiate the luchadors.
And cut a promo.
Like Penta, even though I know we criticize Penta too, he at least looks different. He looks different than every other luchador.
He's not 5'2".
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. But he has a different looking mask. He has different looking gear. He has different emotes. There's a way to differentiate Penta from all the other luchadors. Like there's, he has a different, aura about him.
I would say it's just because he's bigger than most of them.
That's part of it too. That's part of
90% of it. But I do get where you're coming from, but it's like, man.
But Rey Fenix, Dragon Lee, the Sin Cara look alike. All these, like, what's the difference from one and the other?
And it's like, it's the same with the Japanese wrestlers too, like AEW. How am I supposed to differentiate? It's like, cut a promo, have something other than, oh, this guy is from Japan. Why would I care? Why should anybody living in the United States of America care that this guy wrestled in Japan? Tell me why.
I guess because in wrestling, Japan's looked at as the best wrestling.
But that can't even be true because they're now here in America. Why aren't they still in Japan if Japan is the best wrestling?
That's a oxymoron, contradiction.
So obviously Japan sucks. So why should we care that he was good in Japan? If Japan is so irrelevant that he decided to leave his country to come wrestle here, why would we care what he did there?
I guess maybe it's not saying Japan's amazing. It's saying like, oh, this guy's wrestled everywhere. So he wrestled in Japan. This guy's a journeyman. I think that's what it's meant to say.
So he sucks. So he's not good enough to have been signed by one of the best companies. So he had to wrestle all over. It's like, why would we care that this guy was an indies wrestler?
It's like if in the NBA they were hyping up, Jeremy Lin, like, oh, this guy hooped in Japan.
Okay, but in that scenario, Jeremy Lin had a string of games where he looked amazing.
Yeah.
He actually was like, oh, this guy's incredible. Like,
but they would never hype it up like, oh, he's great because he played basketball in Japan.
And there are players that played in Japan, but the NBA doesn't hype them up because nobody cares about basketball.
Even the European players, they don't hype up like Luka's great because he's great in the NBA.
Right, not because he was great in Europe.
They don't hype him up like, oh, he dropped 60 a game in Europe.
Everybody's great in Europe because it's a lesser competition. That's so the men's casino gauntlet thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5 Japanese wrestlers. Like, why should we care about any of them?
Because they all look the same, wrestle the same. So there's no point.
They're the same as the luchadors. I'm not saying we don't want Japanese wrestlers. I'm saying give them a personality.
Differences.
The guy in NXT that fought Obafemi. Okay, he has like I don't know.
It's not even much of a difference, but he's a bigger. He has a different build. He has a different
build, and that's all you need.
He has a different build, and he wrestles differently. It's not a bunch of kicks.
Just do something different from all of the other 50 people that are doing the same thing that you're doing.
It's just rare to see a Japanese wrestler that doesn't do a bunch of kicks and wrestles like a powerhouse. That's rare to see. So that's what makes him stick out, really.
And that's all you need. That's all. We like him. That's all you need. The bar isn't high.
But the best Japanese wrestler is probably Shinsuke, and like we were saying, he's not even like amazing,
right?
But he does have the most character to him.
He has a cool theme song. He still does the Japanese moves, the kicks,
but there's more. It's a bit of a different look and personality.
I agree. All of these guys in AEW are just copy and pasted Funakis.
So, and then what was next after that? I think what was next was the
Wait, did we? Oh, we talked about the Dustin Rhodes match.
There's nothing to talk about. So, because I didn't watch it, or I was trying not to watch it. I turned to NXT so I could watch and get past that match. I turned back; it was still on. So,
the contract signing was better than this match.
Yeah. So, I think Dustin won, so I don't care though. And then next after that was the Young Bucks, I think. The Young Bucks and then Ospreay.
I'm pretty sure we're skipping.
I feel like I'm skipping something, but that's...
a lot, but yeah, that's what we saw. So.
That's what we saw next. So now this was a great match. I did love this match. So obviously it's ridiculous. People kicked out of, 15 finishers, but that's the AEW style,
At least the match is fun.
But it was a fun match. I'm not going to complain because it was a really fun match.
I think this was the match of the night for me.
Oh, yeah.
The Young Bucks, honestly, they might be the best tag team ever.
I wouldn't say all that.
Just based on, look, they're two small guys. We've just spent the last 15 minutes bitching about small midgets. These guys are small midgets, and they still put on great matches. They have a great character work.
They're the best. They're the best of the small midgets.
The very best. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Compare them to DIY.
Oh, it's not even close.
Like
it's not close. Because they're better wrestlers too. They're way better wrestlers too.
It's just they are better wrestlers. They have that charisma about them.
They have cooler moves.
Fluid movement in the ring. The way they set up and execute the moves. The way they sell. Everything about that match is what I love about wrestling. Even
though we were laughing because I was like, when I think Ospreay kicked out of a fifth pile driver or something, I was like, Super Cena would have lost at this point.
No, it's
if Cena, let's say in the peak of his run, like Super Cena in 2009, if Cena got hit with 5 pile drivers, do you think he would have lost by that?
Yeah, he would have lost. That would have been to finish him. Like, oh, we've got to do it 5 times. The fucking Undertaker would have lost to 5 pile drivers in '93. Like, come on. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's the only. Hey, please stop. I guess you can't stop now
because you've been doing it too long. So
gotta double down, I guess.
But it does it was a great match. But again, like we keep saying, not every match has to be this. They try to make every match this, but it works this time because these are some of the best wrestlers. The Young Bucks are just amazing wrestlers. But
and I would say Ospreay and Strickland too. Like again, I'm not as high on Swerve Strickland. I do like Will Ospreay. I hate the character. Like he's basically Cody Rhodes.
I wouldn't say I guess.
I guess. In my opinion, but I think he's a better wrestler than Cody Rhodes. Anyway, I mean, all four of these guys, I guess the Young Bucks are going to be taking a step back. But again, like, Ospreay needs to be in the title hunt. Strickland needs to be in the title hunt. I thought they were going to turn him heel at the end of the night.
Who?
He was going to
Swerve?
turn on Hangman Adam Page.
Nah, I thought he was. When he came out and he handed the chain, like, I knew it was him trying to, like, make amends with him. So
I wish they had turned him heel.
Maybe he'll turn heel on Wednesday.
Well, I mean, time to do it. And
yeah. But it doesn't make sense after helping him win.
Then he turns out.
I mean, you could make it be like, well, I just wanted to help you beat Moxley, but now I want to fight you. You could do that, I guess.
I would do that. I hope they but yeah, I guess it's just like his face character it's been what it's been. I don't really see any evolution there. But I don't know. We'll see. I think he's a great wrestler, though. All four of these guys are great wrestlers. And this was a great match. It was the match of the night. This is why I love wrestling. Like, WWE doesn't do anything like this.
Yeah, every match. And that's one thing I'll give AEW. Like, this whole review, we like AEW, but there's stuff we don't like. Yeah. We're not really hating or loving it.
Right. It's objectively saying what we saw and how we felt about it.
Yeah, there's good stuff about it, bad stuff about it. So we're kind of neutral on AEW. We don't absolutely hate it. But
I'm gonna title this video "Casuals Watch
AEW" or too many long matches.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot.
So I guess to the next match. I think the next match was either the Hurt Business, the Hurt Syndicate. I keep saying Hurt Business because that's what they were called in WWE. But it was either the Hurt Syndicate match or it was the Women's Gauntlet. I think it was the Women's Gauntlet.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
It was terrible. The AEW's women's division is awful.
Oh yeah.
It is awful, man. Like I was telling you this, I see now why Jade Cargill looked amazing in AEW, because compared to these jobbers, anybody would look amazing. Like, and in a way, Jade Cargill is still living off of her time in AEW. Because what has she done in WWE, really?
Well, she's gonna start doing more stuff now, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's gonna fight Naomi eventually for the title, so she'll be doing something eventually.
Will it be good?
That's another question.
Yeah. Man, there are some big jobbers in this division.
I think you're right, because when Jade Cargill first appeared, I was like, why is there such hype for this woman? Now, I understand her build is crazy. I understand that. Her physique, but I wasn't understanding why are people acting like this is Goldberg? Like, that's the hype when she first came there, but now I think I understand it now.
Because they have a bunch of jobbers in it. This match was awful. It wasn't good. It wasn't fluid. It was botchy. There's no real good characters in the division. It's just a bunch of weird stuff thrown at the wall.
Yeah, I like Willow, and she's not even amazing, but I like Willow. And then what's her name? Minnie.
Who?
Minnie, the Japanese. Mina.
Oh. Do we like Mina? Or do we like Mina because she kissed Tony Storm? I'm saying for myself. Do I like Mina because she's a good wrestler?
Not because she a baddie. That's why.
Matches? I'll watch her match. What are we saying?
Mina, yeah.
I mean, at the very least, we know who she is.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just because she's cute. I think that's what. I think that's why.
That's all.
I mean, she's not a bad wrestler. I'm not saying she's bad, but
she's not Selena Vega.
Yeah.
So, who won this match?
I forgot who won. Oh no,
it was Ember Moon.
Ember Moon.
No,
that's not her name.
No. What's her name?
That's not her name now, but in WWE she was Ember Moon.
It's Athena.
Athena, yeah.
Yeah,
I think her name's Athena.
Yeah, this match was not good.
But this women's division, man, like they might as well have Monet and Tony just feud. They might as well. They need to make that Cena Orton because there's nobody else. they need to switch the title like 15 times.
LA Knight versus the Bloodline. Like just a year straight, just somehow, some way. That's the only people that are
because there's no one else.
Man, like
it's like Tony Storm and Mercedes, and then everybody's like 5 tiers below that.
I guess Statlander.
Who's that?
Chris Statlander. She beat Jade Cargill in Jade Cargill's last match. So I guess that's who.
Was that the tall black girl?
No, she's tall and I don't think she's that tall. She's white though.
I forgot the name.
She looks like a wrestler. Like she's legit. I like Chris Statlander. I can't say I like her, but she's a lot better than a lot of other. The worst wrestler in this match is like the African. She had like her costume was awful. It looked like they went to Michael's, that arts and crafts store.
Yeah.
That it was bad. This division is bad.
It is just very botchy. There was that one good spot. I think it might have been a suplex into everybody else or a powerbomb into everybody. I can't remember the exact spot, but it was a powerbomb off the top rope into everybody.
No, and Julia Hart is the worst wrestler in the world.
Not worse than Zelina. Nobody.
I think she is.
No one's worse than Zelina.
I think Julia Hart is worse than, and
at least from what I've seen, she moves more fluid in my opinion than Zelina. In my opinion, from what I've seen,
less believable than Zelina Vega.
I wouldn't even say that. Zelina, they're both small, but Zelina's
she's like 80 pounds.
Zelina's 80 pounds. Zelina's like 80 pounds and like 2 inches shorter.
Yeah, but Zelina, it's kind of like the Samoan thing. Like, Zelina, you gotta have to give her the benefit of the doubt because, I don't know, she has a kind of a booty. And so, therefore, if she hits you with it, if she hits a move, it's like, okay, that's why it's supposed to hurt. Right? Like, if you get hit with the Samoan drop by Solo Sikoa, it's supposed to hurt more than if, I don't know, like Trick Williams does it. So
I think it would hurt more if Trick did it.
But it's like in wrestling logic, a Samoan doing...
Because he's bigger than...
Right.
Or at least just as big as Solo.
But Julia Hart... she's just like she looks 16. She's just an 80-pound woman. What? She's Adam Cole. It's worse than Sami Zayn. It's worse than Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think a lot of the small guys in AEW, I think they're worse than Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
I kind of have to agree with you.
Like I'd rather see Sami Zayn
Garcia
than Adam Cole.
God damn, I have to agree. It's so many jobbers in AEW.
At least, and this isn't a good thing because at least Sami Zayn, at least he's not like a full on midget. At least he's like
5'11".
Yeah, he's like skinny fat.
Yeah.
But Adam Cole is he just blends in with all the other midgets. But Sammy's not like a midget.
No muscle definition about. Well, I guess he retired, or he's hurt. Maybe we shouldn't be making fun of Adam Cole.
He retired? I thought he fought on this show, or he fought last week.
No, he went out. They were supposed to have the match, and then he went out and he was like, "Oh, I'm hurt, so I don't know if I'm gonna be back."
Oh, well, to him the person, but I'm just saying I don't want him to be hurt. But
yeah, the person I'm sure is a great, but the wrestler can fuck off. Straight, like, come on, man. There's way too many like nerds that watch this and like have say in what is happening, and there's no way this roster would have been even possible 20 years ago. It
would be the cruiserweight division, and maybe not even that because I think the cruiserweight divisions back then were bigger.
Matt Hardy was 220. How big is fucking Daniel Garcia?
Probably like 160.
170, 160.
So
even Darby Allin.
Darby Allin got to be like 150, bro.
Come on,
bro. That man, he got to be small.
Yeah, Julia Hart is awful. I just really had to get that out there. I think that's what I had forgot the last night. She's terrible. And they give her this great gimmick. They give her basically like the Undertaker gimmick.
But she's, again, woman. 80 pounds.
What are we
ridiculous.
Doing? Tony Khan. And she just can't wrestle. She's not a good wrestler. Her matches are boring. Everything she does is boring. Everything about her is boring. She's the worst wrestler in wrestling, bro. She's worse than Selena.
Dang.
I will, yeah.
Well, you heard it here. Crimson Blaze does not like Julia.
No. And honestly, like, when did I start watching AEW? I think, like, 6 months ago. I gave it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, this is all right. Like, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not, like, terrible. And then Julia Hart had a match. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, she killed the show. She killed the, like, illusion for me of this being a legitimate competition. Completely killed it.
Dang.
And she did it again tonight.
I saw her one time when I was watching, I think, Collision, which Collision's basically their form of main event. It's 1 hour of just irrelevant matches, really. So, and I just saw her up there one time. So maybe that's what they put her on, because they know.
No, she was on Dynamite.
Oh, never mind.
I'm pretty sure she main evented Dynamite one time. I think this is why it sticks out to me, because she was the main event. And it was boring, and she was terrible. I was like, why is she in the main? Like, what is happening with wrestling? Yeah.
So, next match, what was after that?
Was it the Hurt Syndicate?
Now, this one I didn't watch either. It was on in the background, but I wasn't watching it. Now, I like the Hurt Syndicate, but I didn't care for who they were facing.
50-year-olds.
So, but I actually, even though they're fit, I do like the Hurt Syndicate. But not much comments on this. They won. Who were they even facing?
No idea.
Oh no, it was FTR and then Christian Cage.
FTR can fuck off. Too.
And somebody else. Actually, I do want to talk about the finish. So the finish was, or am I blending my matches? No, I think it was this match. The finish was hilarious. So the guy, I don't know his name, he turned on Christian Cage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that finish was hilarious. And then he was about to hit him with the concerto. And then Edge comes out. So this isn't just AEW. This is a problem in wrestling entirely. Why is it when a guy makes his entrance, the person just stops what they were going to do? He still had ample time to kill Christian Cage while Edge was making his entrance.
Hit him about 50 times.
50 times. Like, and the funny thing is, Edge, he even took extra time because he was running across the stage doing his entrance. So it wasn't even like he ran straight to the ring.
No, he did his, like, go to the side.
Yeah, he went to the side and everything. So he had ample time. He could have hit him with the chair 5 times, then just left the ring. And matter of fact, it's like 5 of them, and they still just left.
It was 5 of them, and they had chairs.
But they just stopped what they were doing and then left.
For 50-year-old Edge, no. What is happening with wrestling? Why are we putting over 50-year-olds? Why?
So that took me out. That took me out.
You're right. This is a problem with wrestling. Like, somebody will be making the save, and their music will come on.
And I remember this happened too. Survivor Series. I don't know if you watched this, but which this was actually good. I enjoyed this show. I was little, but it was Survivor Series. It was like Team Cena versus Team Authority.
Oh, I probably did watch this.
And I think Dolph Ziggler or I think Seth Rollins was about to win. I forgot the finish exactly, but it was like Sting came out. Like Sting made his, return to wrestling, and then the ref just stopped counting. Like he was like 1, 2, and then Sting's music came on. Like you could have kept count. The match could have ended before he came out.
Literally your job, like to not be distracted. But like,
so that's just a pet peeve of mine in wrestling. It makes no sense.
No, yeah, like. I can understand that, but the most egregious part of this is Edge chasing off 5 people who have steel chairs.
Well, he did have like a bat, he did have what was it, like a spiked?
The spiked bat.
So I guess that makes sense. But still, it's one of
5 of you,
and they have weapons.
And Edge is 50. Edge is a 50-year-old man.
And as a matter of fact, no. The funny part too is, a matter of fact, when he left the ring, they still had a chance to go back into the ring because he left, and they could have waited for him to leave and then still just beat up Christian Cage.
Yeah. No, I didn't care about this match. I don't really care about the Hurt. I don't care about anybody over the age of 45 in wrestling, bro. Like, that's my new kind of mantra. But I will say, if they do a feud with Edge and Christian versus the Hurt Syndicate, okay, like all right, like.
And I thought I haven't kept up with it, but I know Christian Cage and Edge have been feuding, and they had. I guess they are kind of like rekindling, or it's like a slow build back to that. But I'm kind of interested in what's going on there. I've missed out on a lot of their feud, obviously, but that seems interesting.
A little more than the Hurt Business. Well, I do like them with MJF. I don't care about the Hurt Business by themselves. Like whatever they do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I kind of agree. I mean, I like them, but I don't go out of my way to watch the Hurt Syndicate.
What they're doing with MJF, I'm all in on. No pun intended. But their tag team matches, or I don't care. But if they were to feud with Edge and Christian, again, it's still 50. Like.
I could get behind,
but it's Edge and Christian.
I know.
Yeah, so it's like,
but I can still get behind it. I could get behind Edge versus MJF or something like that.
No,
or probably more so Christian or something.
No,
I think they're going to lead to that if they're going to feud with this faction. But
please, Tony Khan, you're so close, buddy. You're so close to having like a wrestling company, but we're so far away.
So, but. No real comments from me on the match. I just had to get that finish out the way. That finish was hilarious to me. So I think the next match was it Mercedes after this?
We had one more jobber match. Maybe this is when Adam Cole said that he was retiring or hurt.
If there was, we missed it.
Yeah.
So okay, Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm.
I have to say this. Look at the character work of Toni Storm, from everything to the entrance, to the moveset, to how her mannerisms, to everything that she's doing, and then compare that to Lyra Valkyria.
Compare that to Bayley. The closest one in, and I know you're not high on Naomi, but she's the only one in the WWE Women's Division that comes close to that character work. And she's not even really that close, but she's the only. Yeah, but she's probably doing the best character work
of everybody in
WWE. But Toni Storm is knocking that out the park,
which is confusing to me because I guess they put all of their resources into building Toni Storm's character because nobody else has anything like this in AEW. So, I like Mercedes Moné. Like I like her character. I like her in ring stuff. I'm not as down on her as other people. I think that if you're going to be what she is, she plays it very well.
Mm-hmm.
I loved this match. I didn't really think it was like the best match of all time, but it's like you have two strong characters in a division that's devoid of them. And really, like, the wrestling industry as a whole doesn't take women's wrestling seriously. Like,
this match kind of sold the show for me. Like, this is kind of why I was interested in watching.
Yeah, like this feud was like, in my opinion, this should have been the main event because these two are bigger draws than Jon Moxley and Hangman.
I can neither deny that or confirm it. I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure.
I think they are. Like, in my opinion, they are. If this match wasn't on the card, I wouldn't have cared about all of them.
I agree with that. I think I'd rather have seen this than the Hangman match. Now, that was a better match. That actually was a really good match. But this actually sold me on watching the show.
And it's just like, it feels good to feel something watching wrestling again. Like, you feel like, is she going to be able to hold the title? Like, I thought Toni Storm would win. I thought they'd keep the title on her, and they should. And it was a good thing that they did. But it's like, I haven't been keeping up with this, but I wanted Toni Storm to win. Like, I had a rooting interest for no reason other than she has a great character. And I want to continue to see the evolution of this, and I hope they continue to feud and have matches.
And I want to see the Butler fight. I want to see the Butler have a singles run. That's me. That's just me. Grim Reaper, yeah. I need to see the Butler have a singles run and Toni Storm just hyping up the Butler.
Is he like, what's his name? Timeless.
I think they literally just call him her Butler. I don't think they give him a name.
Toni Storm's Butler.
Yeah.
That should be his name. Toni Storm's Butler versus Moxley, number one contender.
So, now this match was actually, it was kind of slow, but I think it worked. Yeah. Like it wasn't, maybe it's because all the other matches, it was a bunch of spots, kicks and everything. and this kind of stood out from everything else. But I think it worked in this match. It was a lot of grappling. It was a lot of technical stuff.
But that's good.
But they still, at the same time, they still had the hard hitting moves, the slams. So I think it kind of was a perfect wrestling match.
I agree. I think that it hit all of the right spots. For me, like, I didn't need it to be 450 splashes and everybody tables and chairs. Like, just have a wrestling match. You've already told a good story. It's like if you tell the story outside of the ring, it's kind of hard to have a bad match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have to be boring. Like, nothing would have to happen. Things happen. Like, it was a good match. I think everybody was into it because the story was so strong. And that's really what we need more of in wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the rest of the division.
Now, what sold me was when Tony was like, "Eat shit, bitch, eat shit, bitch." But yeah, that was a good match in my opinion. Any other thoughts on it? Yeah, pretty good. I guess nothing else to say there. I'm happy Tony won. I'm surprised. What's her name? I'm surprised Monet didn't win because there's been a lot of talk about her creative control.
Yeah.
And obviously she does have it if she has like 10 titles. So, and I thought she was going to win too. I thought because that was her first loss in AEW. So I thought she was going to win. But I'm happy Tony won. I like Tony more. That's really why.
Yeah.
So I'm happy she won.
How long has she been in AEW?
I want to say like it's had to be 2 years. 2 years? At least 1 to 2 years.
How often does she wrestle though?
I mean, to have all those titles, she got to wrestle a lot to have all them titles.
So, are those titles AEW titles? Well, how does that work? How does she have titles from other companies?
Because they bought those, or they're teaming up with those companies, so like ROH, I guess New Japan.
Well, I get ROH, but she has like 7 different titles. So
she has tons.
They're teaming up with all of these companies and putting the title on Mercedes Moné.
So they're just burying the companies, I guess.
That's what WWE.
Yes.
Well, in a way, that's smart though to book it like that. If you're gonna give her all of these titles, but she can't win the AEW World Title,
so she can't win the big one,
right? That's great.
That's good storytelling actually. That she can't win the big title.
It's kind of opposite of because usually it's the face that's trying to get the title.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's a heel that can get every other title, but not the big title. It's interesting.
All right. So then now our main events, Hangman Adam Page.
That wasn't the main event, brother.
Oh, you see, that's how much I don't care about this match. That match, I'm skipping it. I'm skipping. I didn't care for this match at all.
Yeah, I like Okada. Now, Okada is, he is a Japanese wrestler, but he has a different look about him. Like, it's really just that he looks different. Like, he doesn't, he's bigger. His matches are pretty entertaining, honestly. Not this one, though. This was not a good match.
Now, this was kind of, this was slow, but not the good type of slow. Maybe it's because I wasn't as interested or invested in
it's like
the story.
It's like an emotional cool down after the last match.
Yeah.
The last couple of matches.
But from what I remember, and they put Jim Ross back on commentary for this match. And from what I remember, they were just talking about how he's targeting Omega's ribs and stuff, or his back. I forgot, targeting his core and how he couldn't do any moves because the abs are messed up. And they were really just selling his abs, like, oh, he's moving his core everywhere. Oh, took a lot out of him. So that was the whole match right there. And I forgot how it ended, but I know Okada won, of course.
He hit him with the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
A terrible move, by the way. It's a clothesline.
It's like Ryback when he had the meat hook clothesline.
It's a clothesline.
Yeah. Or the clothesline from hell.
How are people in this company kicking out from pile drivers
off the top rope
after being kicked in the ass and driven neck first into the mat? People are kicking out of that after a couple times of instances of that happening. They're kicking out, but you can get pinned by a clothesline. Somebody grabbing your arm and doing a clothesline. It's the weakest finishing move in wrestling.
The clothesline from hell, though, we still got.
No, that's not but the clothesline from hell is 6'8", 350.
That's true.
John Bradshaw Layfield with all of his energy coming at you and decking.
Or Ryback, the meat hook clothesline.
No. That.
I mean, Ryback was huge.
Ryback was short though.
I mean, I can still believe him. Like a clothesline from him would take you out. I can believe that.
The clothesline from hell is one of the best finishing moves ever because of who's doing it and how
Yeah.
he's his entire body is coming at you with his. It's presented as he's taking your neck off with his arm, basically. Oh, Okada's not even doing that. He's coming from close. He's right there. He's
He's small.
Foot away from you. He's grabbing your arm and just using his momentum to put you on the mat. How is that a finishing move?
That is a weak finisher.
It's a terrible one.
Yeah.
It's the worst finishing move in wrestling.
Now I like Okada's because I know it's a Omega's. I know it's just a knee, but the way he sets it up, I do like how he sets it up where he goes from the rope and like pow and the slap he does with it. So I like his finisher because it actually feels like whenever he sets it up, it does feel like a big deal.
Yeah.
When Omega does his finisher.
Kenny Omega can fuck off. Another 40-year-old that needs your
I didn't even know he was 40.
I don't even know that. I'm just assuming. Let's look it up.
I'm pretty sure he is. He's been wrestling for a while. Okada might be 40.
How old is Kenny Omega? I didn't spell any of that right. How old is he? He's 41. He's not as old as I thought. How old is Okada? How do you spell Okada?
Okay.
Okada. I think that's it.
A-D-A?
AK?
A-K-A-D-A. I think.
A-K-A-D-A. AEW. Wrestling. He's 37.
Okay, I knew they were close because I knew they were close in age because the wrestling nerds in 2016.
It cut off for me.
Oh, it cut off?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can you get it back on?
What time are you on?
All right. Wait, pause again. All right. What were we talking about?
Okada.
Okada.
37, so he's 30. A baby in wrestling years.
I knew they were close. Oh, yeah, I was saying I knew they were close in age because the wrestling nerds in 2016, Wrestle Kingdom. Oh, they were saying like Okada and Omega was the greatest match ever. I'm telling you, the nerds in 2016, they were going crazy over that match. So like, I know they've been wrestling for a while. They were going crazy. We might have to watch that match. They were comparing it to Shawn. No, actually saying it's better than Michaels Undertaker.
Well, some people said that about the Hangman Adam Page match
tonight.
This is Brett in '94.
People crazy.
People are tapping the fucking head, man. But yeah, I don't care. I didn't care about this match. I don't care about Kenny Omega. I want him to retire. Okada could retire.
Yeah.
His finishing move was a closing. What am I supposed to do?
So yeah, basically both of us, we just didn't care. So main event. So funny story, not to go back to Saturday night main event. So funny story, like I said before, we tuned out, because we knew we could, because we knew this match would be an hour. And we came back, surely enough, we were just a quarter through the match. So we tuned back in, and which honestly, I think a lot happened in that 15 minutes because I saw they were busted open, bloody already. Like when we came back,
glass all over the place.
Yeah, glass. So maybe a lot happened in 15 minutes.
Apparently, I'm trying to think, because I don't think this was like a great wrestling match per se. It was more of like an emotional drama that they were telling.
Yeah,
I liked the run-ins. I liked, what's his name? Swerve's manager handcuffing the lady.
I like that. I like Swerve's manager is so random, but I like his manager.
And that's what I'm saying about AEW. It's like the little things that they do. It's like somebody cared about this.
Yeah.
Somebody cared to.
They try to make it. I don't love everything, but they try to make it fun.
Right.
They do their best to try to make wrestling fun. Like
I don't really like the nail boards.
That I don't need that.
It's like I don't want to be like grossed out or like not want to watch because I don't want to. It's too gruesome for. Like I don't want to feel like that. Like
That's how I felt about, even though I did enjoy that match, that's how I felt about Anarchy in the arena when
yeah,
they were doing the staple
the
guns.
staples
I
and
felt that was unnecessary.
putting locks on people's ears, and it's just too gimmicky. It's like too like 2000s horror, like Saw, like the Saw movies,
Yeah.
just like gruesome and gory for the sake of it. Like no, there's no reason to do it. Like
Like I'm fine just with, of course I'm fine with the blood, the chairs,
sure,
stuff.
even thumbtacks,
The spikes though, I
the
could do it.
spike board,
I can do without the spikes, but that's just me.
the nails, the DDT on the nail. It's just like I don't want somebody to die. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I don't know what they did to make it safe or whatever, but it's like, is it worth it? If somebody dies doing this, was it worth it?
So,
No.
but Moxley's borderline a hardcore legend. Like
Yeah, to be
he's been
honest.
doing a lot of this. I mean, I still don't think they should do it or go this far with it, but I know in CZW and stuff, he's been doing barbed wire, glass, and all this stuff forever.
I
So
just don't understand why the wrestler would want to do this.
same. I don't see it.
This is why I wouldn't want to be a wrestler. If I had to do something like this, like, oh, you got to
Now I'm fine with taking bumps. Like I think I could take a bump.
a table or like
Table
off the
stuff.
ladder. I'm not going through a table that's on fire and there's barbed wire on top.
That's just
For
insane.
500 people, like they can fuck off. Like, come on, man.
But Moxley loves this stuff, bro.
Apparently.
He loves this stuff. So
The finish, I love the finish though. Like Swerve comes out with the chain. He hands it to Hangman. Hangman fucking hangs.
Hangman.
He fucking hangs John.
He
Moxley.
did become the Hangman.
And Moxley's selling of being hung on the rope was beautiful. Like just flailing around because he can't fucking breathe because there's a steel chain in his neck.
And he did it perfectly. Like he just tries and then you can see him just suffocating and he just has to tap out.
That is how you finish a match.
Yeah.
You have a definitive winner to a feud and like close a story. That's how you do it.
And hey, Gunther, back to Gunther.
Oh no!
Another instance. Oh, well, this is the sleeper hold. This man was being.
This is worse than a.
This is worse. He's really near death. You could die.
He could die in like. I don't know how long it takes.
But he's being hung. He's quite literally being hung
with a steel chain.
And it took him longer to tap out of that than Gunther in a sleeper hold that nobody taps out of.
Jey Uso, who's never beaten anybody with a sleeper hold since or before this, never, and who lost the title.
Like Moxley in kayfabe, maybe even in real life, could have died, and it took him longer to tap out of that.
Absolutely.
So that just a funny nugget we had to point out there.
And we will continue to point out every time somebody doesn't tap immediately to the sleeper hold or gets out of it or is just used as a transitional move in a match, which by the way, I don't recall seeing a ton of sleeper holds last night.
What, in AEW?
Yeah.
They don't do that. That's more of a WWE thing, the rest holds, because
it's a waste of time.
And because they've historically been a safer company, they just wrestle safer. They don't do as much stuff. And that's why the WWE style is just safer, just in general.
Yeah. So not a lot of rest holds. But I love the finish, the match. There were parts of it where it's like, I don't really want to see this guy go through a nail board.
That's how I feel. I don't want to see staples. I don't want to see nail boards.
I don't want to see people flirting with, oh, we could really die. Like I don't need that. Like life is hard enough. Like why are we fake? Like
but I will say it does put over the world title.
Damn right
they're willing. They're quite literally willing to kill for this world title.
At the moment when he opens the briefcase, because it's like he was fidgeting with it. And it's like, oh no, did they fuck up? They get the wrong key or something? And then he opens it, and it's like, oh, there's the title.
Yeah, that was great.
That was cathartic right there.
That was great.
Amazing. That's how wrestling should make everybody feel all the time. Like, oh, like this. It's fake, but you still have these real emotions. It's beautiful, man. Like that was a beautiful.
That was great.
That was probably the moment of the year in wrestling, easily. When he takes the briefcase, he opens it, raises the title. Paul Levesque.
Um, so yeah, great. I thought that was a great match. Not the greatest thing ever, but it was a great match. Um, what would you give All In Texas your rating?
Well, I just have to say this: that if that match reminded me of Rock Austin, like Rock Austin wasn't the match of the night at WrestleMania 17. That was the TLC with the Hardys and but Rock Austin is what people remember because it was a closing of a chapter basically. And they did it. It's controversial that Austin turns heel, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this reminds me of. Like it feels like we're going into a new chapter.
Yeah, I'm.
That's
I'm really. I actually do really. I've never felt this way, but I do really want AEW to succeed.
they have to.
I really do want them to, but there's good things. They make wrestling fun. We're just very split on this view. There's a lot of good things about it, but they just don't. It's like they cater too much to the sickos. They don't build stars, but they make wrestling fun. It's
Yeah.
like it's again, like you said, it's like they're so close but so far at the same time.
But it's still better than anything WWE has produced
Yeah.
in the last six easily. Easily. It's not even close. It's not even close. If
I'm gonna say the last thing I really, and this could just be me, the last thing I really enjoyed in WWE was the Elimination Chamber. Obviously Cena's heel turn because that was actually like a big moment, and I thoroughly actually enjoyed that show. But since then, I haven't really enjoyed anything from WWE. There's stuff I thought was like decent or passable, but they really haven't had a good year at all.
I would say out of 10, I would give the show. I'd say a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
I want to go around the same, yeah, 7 to 7.5 because there was great stuff, but it's just way too long.
It's way too long, way too many jobbers, way too many midgets, way too many kick out finishes, way too many near death spots, way too much Kenny Omega.
And again, like I've said, I kind of get his logic. Some okay, my fans are paying $50, so I'm gonna give them their money's worth for $50. So to some extent, I can applaud
Okay,
that. I can applaud
I
that.
can see that if it's like okay, we're gonna have all of these matches and people are going to like most of them, and then maybe they won't like everything, but they'll like enough to justify the $50. I can respect that. And to tell you that again, it's like they care. AEW cares. They care about their fans. They don't insult the intelligence of the people watching the show. You have to respect that, considering what we've been given with WWE. Like
It's like opposite sides. AEW is too much, and then WWE they barely give you anything, any effort, just ads and stuff.
it's AEW is like drinking from a fire hose. WWE is like drinking from a leaky faucet in the desert.
Yeah, that's the summary of it. One is too much, and one is not enough.
And we meet in the middle.
Somewhere in that you got to meet somewhere in the middle. So, um, overall, I think we both have like around a 7.5. My thoughts on AEW. So I did enjoy this show. I hope the best for them, but they definitely need to create some stars, and they need some kind of mainstream appeal. But I don't know if they'll ever be able to do it just by appealing just to the hardcore wrestling fans. But
No, they will not be able to do it.
they won't. I don't unless somebody. It'll have to be unintentional. Like Tony Khan books the way he does, but he just happens to have a star that just somehow accelerates but it won't be from him booking intentionally.
I mean, I'm just, what is the plan? I don't understand why these companies aren't consistently building stars. Why wouldn't you want as many stars as possible?
Yeah, I don't get it. Now,
Why?
but maybe in his eyes they are stars because again, in the wrestling bubble, people like these people, but they're not stars beyond wrestling.
Then they're not stars.
Yeah, I mean,
Then you're not a star. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, it doesn't even seem like they are that concerned with building stars, to be honest with you. Like they have Hangman, they have MJF, they have Swerve, they have Osprey, but these people aren't stars.
yeah.
They're not.
And I like some of them. Like I like some of these people, but they're not. And I feel like there's the same. I've talked about it on this channel. Actually, you guys might see it pretty soon. Um, And the same thing with WWE. I'm not sure if they really have. Now I think they're in a better spot than AEW as far as stars.
You think so?
I think they're in a better spot. Like I think Braun Breaker has more star potential than or mainstream star potential than a lot of guys on the AEW roster. And even him, I don't think he's going to be like this mega star, but he does have more potential. But both companies, they really have this problem where there's just no stars.
I would disagree with. I think MJF has the potential to be that breakout mainstream star, especially with the Hurt Syndicate, especially in the title scene and feuding with Hangman and Darby Allin and those guys. Like I do think he could. It's very unlikely. It's like a 2%.
2%.
But that's more. I don't see it with Braun Breaker.
I think Braun Breaker has a more star-like look, like his build again, his physique. I think he has more potential for that, and even that's the big thing. It's just how they book him. Now, if it was up to me, you got to push Trick.
Yeah.
Now Trick has the most by far, and I think it's easily. I think he has the most mainstream appeal potential of the new stars coming up. So, and he is 33, but at this point, that's a baby in wrestling years.
He's not even born yet.
So, so you could probably get a good 10 years out of Trick at this rate.
That's insane.
If they go ahead and.
But you're right, yeah.
If they hurry up and put him on the main roster.
But when is that?
Yeah.
It should have been 2 years ago. Should have what are we doing? Yeah, and that last thing, I've seen people say that this is a 10 out of 10 stop.
It's not 10. Now, I'm not gonna let people again. If you're a hardcore wrestling fan, this is a 10 out of 10 show because this is again, it's for the sickos. That's what they. This is a 10 out of 10 show for you if you really love wrestling.
But you have to understand that most people aren't you. Most people don't want to watch a 6-hour show. Most people don't want to do anything for 6 hours. Like most people aren't that dedicated to anything to do it for 6 hours.
Not even at least with a break in. They could have done a break in between. Okay, 2-hour break, y'all. We'll come back. We'll come back at 7.
No, like you said, it should have been all day.
All day, yeah, that's what it should have been. This show should have been all day, and then All Out should be all night.
Like it should have been 3 to 5 all day, and then all night should have been 8. They should have just competed with main event. Saturday night's main event.
No, today they should have called today or yesterday all day. From 1 to 9, and whenever they do All Out, change it to all night, and it's from 9 to 5 in the morning.
People would still love it. 16 hours of wrestling, they'd love it. You weirdos.
All night, you wait, you go to work just with no sleep. The show lasts till 5 a.m. I can't even function, but
spray match.
I'm half asleep. I can't even. I'm not even conscious right now.
That Hangman match.
Well, I think that's been everything. Our whole review of AEW, All Out, All In. I mean, so Crim Reaper out, Junie Stoner out, and Commentator Havoc's gonna take it away. Follow the Crimson Wrestling Federation today. I'm Commentator Havoc, the voice of the Crimson Wrestling Federation, and you can see the calls I've made in the Crimson Wrestling Federation in the comic Crimson Wrestling Game Story of Malice in the description below.